Welcome guys. Today I am going to share you how to prepare for IBPS Clerk Main Examination. The Clerk Main Examination is scheduled to take place on 31st December onwards. Since only a few weeks are left until the exam, this is the time for you to completely immerse yourself in the exam preparation. However, this immersion needs to be well planned so that you not only cover your syllabus in time but also gain speed and accuracy. I'm going to tell you how to prepare for IBPS Clerk Mains and ensure your top rank in the exam. But to understand for how to prepare for IBPS Mains exam, you need to first accustom to the pattern of the exam first. The IBPS Clerk Main exam pattern will give you the names of the subjects you need to study along with their weightage and time limit. In this main examination, there will be 5 sections. One is reasoning, and English language, quantitative aptitude, general awareness, and computer knowledge. In reasoning, there will be a 14 number of questions and a maximum of 50 marks, and it has some time allotment for each. There is a time allotment for each section. For reasoning, it will be 30 minutes, and in English language, the number of question is 40. The maximum mark is also 40, and the time allotment is 30 minutes. In quantitative aptitude, the number of question is 40, the maximum mark is 50, and the time allotment is 30 minutes. In general awareness, the number of question is 40, the maximum mark is also 40, and the total time taken is 25 minutes. And for computer knowledge, the number of question is 40, the maximum mark is 20, and for the computer knowledge, the time allotment is 20 minutes. So the time of the clerk main examination is totally 135 minutes for 200 questions. So the clerk main examination is obviously going to be very different from clerk prelims exam. The major difference are going to be the main exam will have 2 additional subjects, general awareness and computer. Difficulty level and weightage of various topics will be higher in the examination. There will be a sectional wise time limits also. And to modify your preparation strategy for the main examination, go through the following tips to effectively prepare for the IBPS Clerk Mains 2016. In English section, the English section can be very scoring for you if you study strategically in these crucial days. Here are certain rules that you should follow while studying English. First rule: read a newspaper daily. In these reading sessions, try to retitle news and editorial articles. Make sure you learn to quickly grasp the main idea of various editorial articles. Note down new terms and phrases and find out their meanings, synonyms or antonyms, etc. to strengthen your vocabs. While practicing or taking mock tests, develop a habit of reading the questions before skimming through the passage. This will help you to deduce the central idea and spot the answers more quickly. And chances are that you will be given a tough passage based on banking and finance, social issues, poverty, education, economy, geopolitics, etc. in the exam. So practice accordingly. And for honing your grammatical proficiency, read some articles on error spotting, active passive voice, commonly confused terms, and expert tips to solve parajumbles, etc. And to improve your vocabs, do some practice on word power capsules, phrase verbs made easy capsules, error spotting capsules. Accept changes in upcoming IBPS Clerk Mains from the trend that experts have observed in the past few months. The pattern of the various examinations is changing unpredictably. You can accept some changes as given below. Given questions are progressively becoming logic based. For example, you had to choose an odd. For example, you had to choose an odd sentence out of 5 closely related statements in a question. So be prepared to solve more verbal ability based question in the English. And no parajumble appeared in the prelims paper, so there is a chance that you will be given parajumbles in the main examination. Clause test will need you to spot relations among given sentence with the help of contextual usage, prepositions, etc. Moving to the general awareness sections, these questions, in general awareness questions, you either know the answer or you don't. There is no scope to deduce the answers by just reading the questions. However, you can still find the general awareness sections confusing as the options can be closely interrelated sometimes. Most of the GA questions in IBPS Clerk Mains exam will be related to banking, finance and economy. In the time that you have until the exam, make sure you have the knowledge about finance committees and related reforms since last 2 years and changes in growth rate of various sectors and part of the economy, agriculture, industry, IM, etc. And basic macroeconomic concept like CAD, foreign trade, etc. and reforms in RBI monetary policy since last year, and important banks and their headquarters, important financial institutions, both Indian and international, micro and macro financial institutions in the country and rural banks, budgets of last 2 years. Also cover some static GK, mainly pertains to culture, Indian history, geography, environment, economy and polity. Instead of scrambling mindlessly, make some notes and mind maps to remember facts, chronology of events, cause and effects, etc. Doing this will also make your revision process quicker. Attempt at least 50 questions of GA every day within 30 minutes. Moving to the quant section. The quantitative ability is a section that calls for unabated practice. You need to focus on these topics for quants in the following manners to effectively prepare for IBPS Clerk Mains. First of all, you have to practice on number series and simplifications. Since you have already practiced these topics for preliminary examination, solving these questions in just the mark test would sufficient. However, if you feel the need, solve around 10 extra number of series questions daily. And second one is data interruption. In addition to data interruption questions that you solve in mock test, solve 2 questions daily until you achieve expertise in these topics. Quadratic equation, practice 5 to 10 questions daily on comparisons between x and y, average, percentage and ratio of propagation. These are the topics that you need to practice frequently for sinking your calculation time in DI, profit and loss, etc. topics. Mensuration. This is a good chance that you will find question involving either 3D figures or complicated 2D figures in the paper. Profit and loss. Practice problems that involve partnership concepts the most. However, do make sure not leave out other topics of the questions too. Speed, time and distance. Try to practice as much trains and both questions that you can. Practicing these will speed up your calculation and you will find yourself arriving at solution more quickly. Algebra. Practice problems on edges more than other types of questions. Interest and time and work. You should focus on problem based on pipes and systems and works on efficiency. Clear your concept on compound interest and practice questions based on mixed problems like both SI and CI. Mixture problems. Apart from the mock test, make sure to practice at least 200 to 300 problems in the time you have until the exam. Permutations on computation and probability. Practice from mock test and previous year question papers is enough. According to reasoning, start your preparation with easy and scoring topics like arrangement and pattern and coding and decoding. These two topics will most probably hold a weightage of 10 to 15 marks. Apart from these, regular practices on puzzles, because it can be asked for 10 to 15 marks in the exam. After you clear your concepts regarding these, move on to the other topics like series, analog, direction and distance, blood relations and ordering and ranking. Post covering these topics, move on to syllogisms, coded inequalities, analytical decision making, input output, etc. Also, recently in an IBPS PO exam, in syllogism questions, the conclusion was given the question and a set of statements where the options. Therefore, be prepared to find similar changes in the set of patterns of the exam. As per our experts, there will be 2 to 3 questions based on verbal reasoning in the exam. The best way to prepare these topics would be by practicing questions similar to the ones that you find in mock test. While practicing, your aim is to be able to attempt at least 20 to 30 questions in 20 minutes with reasonable accuracy. If you need more information, then please comment below. We will try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.